Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to discuss SQL Coding Interview Questions asked in one of the interviews. This is part 6 of our SQL Coding Interview Question series. If you haven't watched the previous parts yet, then I have put the link to the complete playlist in the description box, so you can go there and watch all those parts and prepare well for your interviews. Also, we are regularly bringing new videos in this series, and all the questions in this series are from live interviews. So to make sure that you will not miss any video, please subscribe to our channel and do press the bell icons so that you will get timely update of all our new videos. So without any further delay, let's move on to the problem statements now. So as per the given data, you are given a table named as teams having two columns named as team code and status. So you can see this is the data provided to us having two columns named as team code and status. Team code contains the code of the teams like MI, CSK, RCB, SRH, etc. And status can contain three types of values, that is either won or loss or either no data. So this is the data provided to us, and now based upon this data we are provided with two problem statements, problem statement 1 and 2. So the problem statement 1 says write a query to output name of the teams, that is team code, who has status as won as well as lost. That means in output we need team code of all those teams who has status as won as well as lost. So how it is coming here, so you can see here MI has status as won and again MI has status as low. So MI contains both these status, so this will come in our output. Again if we can see CSK, it has status as loss and CSK has status as won, so it will also come in our output. Now when we talk about RCB, so it has status as loss. Again when we see RCB, it has status as loss, and again when we see it, it has status as no data available. So that means RCB does not contain any status named as won, so it will not come in our output. Now when we talk about SRH, it has status as loss, and again when we see SRH, it has status as won. So it contains both the status, that is loss as well as won, so it will come in our output. Now we will see various approaches to solve this, and after that we will move on to the query part for the same. So this is our approach 1. So what we are going to do in here, at first step we will filter the data by status not equals to no data. That means we will take only those records which have status as either won or lost. And why we are doing so? Because as per our query we are interested on only that data which has status as either won or lost. And we can also write this filter condition as like status equals to won and status equals to loss. So these two are the one and the same thing only, that is status equals to won and status equals to loss, or status not equals to no data. So this will return the same data only. So this is our first step. In second step, what we are going to do, we will group the data by team code and apply count of distinct status. That means let's say this is an MI team, and for MI what type of status we have, one is won and another is loss and another again won. And but if we see the distinct status, then distinct is only two, that is won and loss. So the count of distinct status will come as 2. Similarly, if we talk about CSK again has two status, that is loss and again won. So here CSK also will give count as 2. Similarly, when we talk about RCB, it has status as loss, and again RCB, it has status as loss. But if we talk about distinct status for RCB, then it will be only loss. So the count will come as 1. Similarly, for SRH, it will also follow the same process. So here we will get data as team code CSK, the status count will be 2. For MI, the status count will be 2, and RCB, the status count will only be 1 because it has only one status, that is loss. So you can see here RCB loss and again RCB loss, so the distinct count will be 1. And for SRH it again has 2, that is won and loss. So from here we can clearly see wherever the status count is 2, that means the team has won as well as loss as its status. So in the last step we will directly filter the data by status count greater than 1, or we can also write like status count equals to 2. So that also means that it has status as won and loss. So it will give us our desired output, and in the desired output we can ignore this part and this will be our desired output. So this is how we will approach in this problem. Now let's see the query part for the same. So first of all, let us look at the data present to us in the teams table. Yeah. So you can see this is the same data having two column names, team code and status, and it is same as what we have seen in the Excel file. Here what I have done, I have simply imported the data from Excel to MS SQL Server. And if you want to know how to do that, then I have already created a video for that, and I have put the link to that video in my description box. It is a very simple process and it will take just 2 minutes, so you can go to that video and check out how to do that. Now let's see the approach one for the problem one. We have already seen this approach visually, and now we are going to see the query part for the same. So the query says select team code and count of distinct status. We are naming it as a status count from teams table where status not equals to no data. That means we are discarding the records where status is no data. And why we are doing so? Because as per our problem statement, we need only those record where status is won as well as loss. So we are discarding this thing. After that, grouping by team code having count of distinct status greater than 1. When we are writing this having condition, what it will do, it will give us only those team names where status is won as well as loss, and this is what we exactly need as per our problem statement. Now let's run this query and check the output which we will get. So you can see in the output we are getting only those team names which have status as won as well as loss, and as per our problem statement we need exactly these records. Now as per our problem statement we don't need this status count column. This is just for understanding purpose, so we can delete this. After deleting this, our query will become something like this. Yeah, once this is done, now we will run our query for the final output. So you can see this now once we run this query. So we are getting now only those team names where status is born as well as loss, and this is what we need exactly as per our problem statement. Yeah, so this is the approach one. Now let's move on to our approach two. So the approach two is very simple one and it does not need any detailed visual explanation. So here what we are doing, firstly we are filtering those record where status is born, and after that the second query is filtering those records where status is loss. So what it will do, it will create two result set. One is this one, like where status is born, and one is this one, those team names where status is loss. And after that we are using this intersect statement. So what intersect will do, it will give us common records. So what are the common records? Common record means those team name where status is won as well as loss. Now let's run this query and see the output we will get. Yeah, so once we run this query, we are getting these team names where status is won as well as loss, and as per our problem statement we need these team names only. So you can see how simpler this approach to is. We are just making use of this intersect statement, so it is good to understand the use case of intersect statement also. And this can be solved using join statements as well, but that part I am leaving as an assignment to all the viewers. And if you are able to solve it using joins, then do let me know in the comment section that what will be your query in that case. It will be very good to check your skills on joins. Now let's move on to the second problem statement. The problem statement says write a query to output name of the teams, that is team code, which are at second place in terms of most number of wins. That means we have to print those team names which are at second place in terms of most number of wins, and this is the required output which we want. So how this is coming? So from the given data you can see, if we talk about mi, so mi has won 2 times. If we talk about csk, so csk has won only 1 time. And if we talk about SRH, so SRH has also won 1 time. And if we talk about RCB, so RCB has won 0 time. So here we can see MI is at place 1 in terms of most number of wins, CSK is at second place, and SRH is also at second place, and RCB is at third place. So we need those teams which are at second place. So this means we need CSK and SRH as our output. So this is how our output is coming. Now let's see the approach to solve this problem. So firstly we will see the visual approach, and after that we will move on to the query part. So this is the visual approach on how we are going to solve this problem. In step 1 we will apply filter as status equals to won, and why we are doing so, because we are interested in only those team names which have won some matches. So once we apply this filter, we will get only those teams which have won some matches. So here you can see we will get this as our output. And in step 2 what we will do, we will find number of matches won by every team. So for this we will use count statement, and after that we will get the matches won by every team. So here you can see MI has won 2 matches, CSK has won only 1 match, and SRH has won only 1 match. So once this is done, in step 3 what we will do, we will apply rank to the teams on the basis of number of wins. So here you can see we have the number of wins for every team, and on the basis of this now we will apply rank to our table. So here you can see we have applied ranking. So here MI has won most number of matches, so it will get rank as 1. CSK and SRH both has won only one match, so both will get same rank, that is 2. And we will get name this table as table X. Now from this table, what we will do, we will take those teams which are ranked second, because as per our given statement we will need only those teams which are at second place. So once we apply this filter or this step, what we will get, we will get our final output, which is team code, that is SRH and CSK. So this is the visual approach on how we are going to solve this problem. Now we will see the actual query for the same. But before going to the actual query, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then please do so, and also press the bell icon so that you will not miss any such video from our channel. Now let's see the query part. So this is the query for the given problem statement. So here what we are doing, we are making use of a concept called as inline view. So what an inline view means, whenever in the from clause, instead of mentioning a table name directly, whenever we are mentioning a query, then it is known as an inline view, and view means a temporary table. So that means using this inner query we are creating a temporary table and we are naming it as X, and we are mentioning that table in the from clause. So first of all, to understand this query, let's understand this inner statement first. So the inner select statement says select team code and count of status as matches won. So that means we will select team code and matches won by that team, and after that we will apply rank using dense rank over order by count of status in descending order. That means we will apply rank on the basis of number of matches won by every team in the descending order, and we will name that as rankings from teams where status equals to won. That means we will take into account only those teams which has won some match. After that we will group by team code. So now let's run this inner query first and understand it, and after that we will understand the complete query. So once we run this inner query, so you can see we are getting 3 column named as team code, matches won and ranking. So here MI has won 2 matches, so it will get rank as 1. SRH and CSK both has won 1 matches, so both of them will get rank as 2. So now what we are doing, we are naming it as table X. So here you can see we have named it as table X, and after that, if you understand the complete query, in the complete query what we are doing, select team code from table X. So this is inline view only, so this means select team code from table X where X dot rankings is equals to 2. That means this ranking is equals to 2. So here we will get in our output SRH and CSK. And why we are doing X dot ranking is equals to 2, because as per our problem statement we need only those teams which are at second place in terms of most number of wins. So now let's run this complete query and see the output which we are getting. Yeah, so once we run the complete query, so you can see we are getting in our output SRH and CSK, and this is the desired output which we want. So this is how we will solve the second problem statement, and the approach which we followed here is called as inline view, or we can also call it as subquery approach. And also we have various ranking functions like row number, rank, dense rank, etc. But here if you can see we have specifically used dense rank only. If you know why we have done that, then do let me know in the comment section that why we haven't used rank function or row number function here. And also if you don't know that why we have done that, then also you can let me know in the comment section. I will clarify it for you there. And if you are not aware of what ranking functions are and how they works, then I have made a complete detailed video about all the ranking functions as well. So you can see in my YouTube channel, I have uploaded a detailed video for all the window functions and ranking functions as well. And link to this is present in my description box also. So you can check that video and understand these concepts. It contains a link to free notes as well. So that's it about this video, guys. If you have liked the content, then please subscribe to the channel and do refer it to your friends as well if it is helpful for them. Thank you.